Attorney Generals of the State Federation. Plus, federal government begins audits of prison inmates. And the news in details. Benue State is said to have a symbol of cultural identity as selection exercise for the design of Benue logo, coat of arms and anthem kicks off. The 6-man selection committee comprising government officials headed by the Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Mr. Matthew Abo, Thursday assured the contestants of free and fair selection process. The event, which takes place at the hall of Benue State Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Makurdi, has 50 contestants on one day. Correspondent Matu Iklono was there and now reports.
This signifies a new dawn in Benue, as can be seen in the zeal in Benue indigenes who are here in their numbers to display talents for the design of Benue logo, anthem and the coat of arms. The Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Matthew Abo, promises the contestants of a free and fair process for the selection of the best contestants who will meet the requirements that will truly show Benue identity.
I want to actually thank you for your patriotism. We have invited you and you have left everything and come so that you showcase your talent. We are going to do this very free and fair. We are going to get something here that will be universally accepted by Benue people and Nigeria at large.
The contestants make presentations of different designs for the contest.
We are blessed. We are the poor estates. We are the best. We are peaceful, accommodating, courageous, and productive.
Our father's land, walking together in peace. Unity is our motto.
Green on the flag, as we can all see, signifies the fertility of Benue State, fertility of the soil of Benue State. The white signifies the peace.
The 6-man selection team spell out qualification requirements which include melody, memorability, emotional impact, and cultural representation. According to the Information Commissioner, the exercise will continue Friday with the winner to be announced for the governor's assent. Matthew Ikulono, Benue Television News, Makurdi.
Benue State government has received palliatives from the federal government for vulnerable citizens. The symbolic handover presentation was done Thursday at the Apeoku Stadium in Makurdi. Fidelia Zashand was there and now reports.
Different vulnerable groups are gathered here at Apeoku Stadium in anticipation to the handover and distribution of palliatives to the Benue State government. Governor Hyacinth Alia, represented by his principal private secretary, Dr. Emmanuel Chengi, tasked beneficiaries of massive famine to fill the nation as the food basket of the nation. He acknowledges the sustained support of the federal government in attending to the needs of victims of attacks by armed men that has resulted to untold hardships.
What we are doing here, especially for the press, is a symbolic handover. There is more that has been stored that is behind us here. It's such that all the 23 local government chairmen are here. Since they are going to be the end users, that will ensure that these grants you have donated to the state reach the most vulnerable in their communities. The government of Alia wants to ensure that when food insecurity is mentioned, Benue is not mentioned. And it's working assiduously to ensure that Benue feels not just Nigeria, but Benue feels the nation and Africa as a whole.
The Zonal Director, National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA North Central, Bashir Garba, while presenting the item, says there is need for the palliatives to come to Benue to cushion the current economic hardship in the country.
It is worthy of note that based on the allocation table, Benue State has been allocated 897 metric tons of maize, which translates to 17,940 bags of 50 kg. Then we have 108 metric tons of gari, which translates to 4,324 bags of 25 kg. The National Emergency Management Agency is quite aware of food being consumed by the various communities in Nigeria. And so it's going to be absorbed when you carry commodities that is not palatable with the people of a particular state. That may not go well.
The Executive Secretary, Benue State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, James Yopu, called on the local government council chairman to ensure fair sharing of the items.
This initiative, spearheaded by NEMA, is a testimony to the federal government commitment to ensuring food security and providing support to communities in need, particularly in Benue State. Your presence here today underscores the collective efforts and solidarity to support His Excellency the Governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Dr. Hassan Umelia.
Algon Chairman, on behalf of all the local government chairmen, Philip Achua, promises fair sharing at all the local government areas.
We are happy from the side of the council chairman. We assure you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Executive Governor of Benue State and the Executive Secretary of SEMA that the distribution will not and shall not be abused. It will go straight to those who have need for this and to those who must need them for their survival.
Items received are 17,940 bags of 50 kg maize and 4,324 bags of gari in 25 kg bags. Fidelia Zashaundu, Benue Television News, Makudi.
The Supreme Court on Thursday set aside judgment in the suit filed by the federal government against the 36 state governments seeking to enforce the financial autonomy of the 774 local government areas. The court set aside the judgment after the parties adopted their briefs in a suit filed by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi's son. The federal government accused the state governments of stifling local governments and withholding their funds. But the 36 states, through their AGs, vehemently opposed the suit and urged the Supreme Court to dismiss it. In the suit, the federal government wants the apex court to enforce the autonomy of the local governments by, among other things, stopping state governors from appointing caretaker committees to administer local governments in their states. The federal government wants the Supreme Court to rule that any local government manned by the caretaker committee instead of an elected local government chairman and councillor should have their funds from the federal accounts withheld. The 7-man panel of the Apex Court, led by Justice Garba Lawal, announced that their parties in the matter would be communicated when the judgment was ready, after parties in their suit adopted their process on Thursday. You're watching Countrywide on Benue Television. Let's take a break. Don't go away.
Benue Fashion Show Season 3 is here.
It's that time of the year for fashion designers, entrepreneurs, and fashion enthusiasts to shine.
This year, sale of forms for the competition begins from 15th April to 30th June 2024.
Pick a form at Benue Television, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makudi. Form costs 5,000 Naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 6th of July 2024. Great prizes await you.
The first prize, 1 million Naira. Second prize, 500,000 Naira. And third prize, 300,000 Naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership and inquiries, please call Benue TV Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569.
Benue Fashion Show,
embracing fusion fashion.
glad to have you back. 8 months after the federal government commenced payment of 35,000 a wage award in addition to 30,000 minimum wage to workers and urged the state government to replicate it, 15 states are yet to do so, while 7 paid briefly and stopped. The wage award was to lessen the burden of economic hardship of the citizenry pending the implementation of the new minimum wage. The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) described the refusal of some states to pay the wage award to their workers as the height of insensitivity, lamenting the suffering workers were going through as a result of the anti-poor policies of the government. Meanwhile, 15 states are paying sums ranging from 10,000 to 40,000 naira to their workers as wage award of salary increments. States that are not paying include 1 in the southeast, 4 in the south-south, 3 in the northeast, 2 in the north-central, and 5 in the northwest. Meanwhile, states that paid wages award for 1 to 4 months and stopped include Delta, Niger, Plateau, Kaduna, Bauchi, and Nasarawa. On the other hand, states that are paying are Lagos, Edo, Bayelsa, Imo, Enugu, Anambra, Ebonyi, Ondo, Osun, Ogun, Oyo, Ekiti, Kano, Kwara, Cross River, and Taraba. President Bola Tinubu in March during a walking visit to Minna, Niger State, urged the 36 state governors to begin payments of the wages award to workers in the states, saying to move will alleviate hardship in their country. Despite the president's plea, many states are yet to commence paying wage awards to their workers. The federal government says it has commenced the audits of inmates across its 256 custodial centers in the country, with a view in discongesting the facilities. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji Ojo disclosed this after undertaking an inspection of the ongoing 3,000 capacity maximum security custodian center in Janguza, Kano State, as well as the medium security custodian center in Kuje, Abuja. At the Kuje facility, the minister got a gift of 3 books authored by one of the inmates when he had been in custody for the past 12 years. Tunji Ojo, who was elected, said that the facilities are no longer prison but correctional centers for reforming the legally interred. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund (NEL Fund) has warned federal and state-owned tertiary institutions against supplying inaccurate and incomplete data for the students' loan scheme. It urged tertiary institutions to ensure that the information they supply is not only complete but also accurate. The agency said it would publish on June 24 the full list of institutions that have submitted their complete student data, as requested by the agency for upload onto the agency's Student Verification System (SVS). In a statement by its head of media and public relations, Nasirul Ayetogo, the agency said the list of institutions would be published to ensure transparency and due access to and to encourage undergraduate applicants and tertiary institutions to participate in the exercise. We'll take more news after this break. Don't go away. Glad to have you back on Countrywide. A pro-democracy group under the aegis of the natives has said President Bola Tinubu and Senate President Godswill Akpabio has shown uncommon commitment to impactful leadership and nationhood in their 1 year in the saddle. The natives congratulated President Tinubu on his 1 year anniversary of the Renewed Hope Agenda, the 25 years of uninterrupted democracy in Nigeria, and as a political knight, and oversaw the sustained democratic journey to midwife the present dispensation. According to the natives, both the President and Senate President's leadership in the National Assembly have embarked an impactful, driven and corrective leadership since they took oath of office in the last 1 year. In a statement after a solidarity march in Abuja Thursday, Supreme Leader of the Native, Smart Edwards, said that the current leadership of the National Assembly has deepened democratic process in the country through more inclusiveness and greater cooperation. He urged Nigerians, irrespective of their political interest, tribe or religion, to renew their hopes and support for the current governments. Elder statesman and former Federal Commissioner of Information Chief Edwin Clark has urged President Bola Tinubu to urgently implement the 2014 National Conference report. He also urged the President to ensure restatement of the Igbo in the socio-political sphere of the country. The elder statesman further asked the President to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same way the Mayati Allah President Alhaji Abdullahi Bello Badejo was set free. Clark made the call in an open letter to President Tinubu, which made extensive historic reference on the need to restructure the country and reintegrate the Igbo. The Kano State Police Command Thursday banned all Juba activities throughout the state ahead of the Eid el-Kabir festivals. The ban order was obtained in a statement by the State Police Public Relations Officer Haruna Abdullahi on behalf of the Commissioner of Police Usaini Gumel. There had been crisis in the town over the repeal of the Kano Emirates Council Law 2019 by the State Assembly, leading to the dethronement of the 5 emirs installed in 2020 by ex-governor Abdullahi Ganduje. The Assembly replaced the Kano Emirates Council Law 2019 with 2024 version, collapsing the 5 emirates back into their, paving the way for the restatement of Lamidu Sanusi as the 16th emir of Kano, replacing Ado Bayero, who was the 15th. Has been recognized as the new emir and living at the main palace. Bayero continues to lay claims to the throne, but moves to a mini palace at Nasarawa. The state police said that the measure was part of the commitment to sustenance of the peace by the State Police Command, in conjunction with all the relevant security stakeholders in the state. The statement further assured that adequate security deployments had been put in place to ensure no breakdown of law and order in all parts of the state before, during and after the festive period. With that, we've come to the end of our bulletin this afternoon. Before we go, a recap of the top stories. Selection exercise for design of Benue logo and coat of arms have commenced. Supreme Court has set aside judgment as State's Battle Attorney General of the Federation. We also told you that government has begun audits of prison inmates. Thanks for being part of Countrywide on Benue Television. I am Susan Ayo. Remain blessed.